Hey, what's up? What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On Hot 7025fm.com.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Shook, host of the Undrafted Outlaws Sports Show. Man, listen, if you want some real down south, Louisiana-style Cajun food, you need to go check out DB's Cajun Kitchen. Yo, they got lobster and grits, seafood boils, signature fries, signature po' boys, signature egg rolls, and desserts. Oh, and my favorite, them gumbo tacos. Yo, they open from 11 to 8, Wednesday to Monday, 11 to 5:30 on Sunday. Located in North Las Vegas at 4343 North Rancho Drive. They even have to-go orders and catering. Hit them up, 725-780-1850, or go to the website, dbcajunkitchen.com. So, yo, don't just tell your friends about me. Tell them about DB's Cajun Kitchen.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. On Hot 702.5fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com. It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Yeah, that's how we do it, baby. Mimosa Royale. That's one of my favorite sponsorship commercials right there. I rock some Mimosa Royale. I was just sitting here talking with E. Carice, talking about how I was just in the liquor store the other day in Lee's Liquor. What's going on, Lavelle Million Jr.? What's up, Dakari Kofi? I was just in the liquor store with my homeboy Al for his birthday weekend. Shout out Lam, shout out Al Rich, shout out all the Scorpios out there that I rocks with. And I walked up and there was a display of Mimosa Royale. And the girl, she was sitting there right there in the front. What's up, KK? There was a girl sitting there in the front, had the display going on. I was like, man, I think you should be able to give me like a bottle or something. I got commercials out here for y'all. And she was like, let me hear what's going on, Miss Contreras. Hey, you get that picture I sent you of me and Allie with that costume on that I'm gonna have on tomorrow on Let's Make a Deal. So now, and she was like, well, play it for me. I was like, I ain't had time to do all that, but I could have played the Mimosa Royale commercial for her. And I said, if she would have gave me a bottle for real, I might have played it for her just so she can know it was me. But I would have had the Mimosa Royale whisper in her ear with it like that. I would have had to say it along. It's your main man, 360 the poet from the Morning Wood, and holla at the homie. Because that's where I'm from. You know what I mean? When I'm on there making the commercials for Mimosa Royale. But what it do, y'all? Y'all know where we at. We in the number one spot for online or in-person advice. Whether you got questions, you got concerns, whether you got some feedback and comments, this the spot to be to give your 2 cents or to grab a couple 2 cents, scoop up a couple jewels while you out here. I always like to give my disclaimer, let y'all know that I have not been trained in any way, shape, form, or fashion where I've paid any type of tuition for, at least, whether in the psychology, psychiatry, or any type of counseling. But what I have done is I've lived a life full of ups, downs, ins, outs, and a lot of color. And what that has done is given me a chance to sponge up a lot of game from a lot of people nipple and squeeze it right back out there to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on, Rashawn Sharice? Happen to have everybody happy to have all y'all that always tune in and tap in on Holla at the Homie. So your number one spot, especially Hump Day, right here in the middle of the week. We talk about hump and we talk about a lot of things, but today we talking about falling in love for somebody that was supposed to be a one-time thing. Anybody ever done that? Any of y'all out there tune in, tap in, say what's up. Let me know if you falling for somebody that was supposed to be a one-time situationship. You know what I mean? Because sometimes them situationships turn into a whole nother situation. You know how I know? Because that's how I got married to one right now. Me and my wife were supposed to be a one-night stand 24 years ago. Yes, we were. She came down to visit down there at Tennessee State. What's going on? DJ Tone Arms in the building. Speaking with his hands. What's going on, Rona? My bad. You know, I be trying to read the names. They go up the screen fast. But yeah, so I was saying, like me and my wife, she came down to visiting her friend Monica for AKA week back in 2000, and we met. We were supposed to be a weekend hookup, little one-time thing, little one-time fling. The next thing you know, 15 years later, we ran across each other on this invention called Facebook. And ever since then, it's been all she wrote. So we had a picture said 15 years later and still yes. No, you ain't late today, Danica. You ain't late today, Miss Carpenter. You write in and say you in this thing like a wedgie right on time. You right on time, DC. Yes, you are. Make sure you tell Mama Wanda happy birthday again from me. You know what I mean? That's my dog. I rocks with old Wanda. That's my girl. But yeah, so today we talking about, have you ever fallen in love or caught feelings for somebody that was supposed to be a no strings attached one-time hookup? You know, we got a letter from a gentleman by the name of Caught Off Guard today. And we're going to do what we do. We're going to dive right into it. So it says, Dear Holla at the Homie, I got myself in a bit of a situation here, and I could really use some guidance. A few weeks ago, I met a woman who completely blew me away. At first, it was supposed to be just a fun night of no strings attached. But here I am weeks later still thinking about her. I can't get her out my head. It's more than just attraction. I admire her. She's got this confidence and humor, and I feel like I actually enjoy being around her, not just in bed. And believe me, I didn't expect to catch feelings here. That wasn't the plan. But something about her has left a mark, and I keep wondering if there could be something real between us. Here's the tricky part. We were clear that it was just a one night of fun, no expectations. And I don't want to come off as clingy or make things awkward if she's not feeling the same way. So what do? Do I reach out and tell her how I feel and risking taking the chance that she might see me as just more than just a fling? Or do I play it cool and hope the feelings fade away on their own? Any advice you would be greatly appreciated. I've never been in a situation like this, and I don't want to mess up something that could actually be good. Sincerely, Caught Off Guard. Oh, what up, Lucy Lowe? What's going on, Kelly Bay 143? All those people that's posting up. What's going on, Sapphire Gardner? What up, though? Oh, you told her. Well, you should tell her to click on, DC. Tell her to click on here so she can see me live and direct. She can call. I'll talk to her on the phone on here. That's what I'm talking about. But so this is a real situation. Like, people don't get that situations like this letter right here really do occur. Like I told y'all, me and my wife were supposed to be a one-night thing. Supposed to be a one-night thing. Maybe a couple, because we had a couple days for the weekend. But it's supposed to be a weekend hookup. And then next thing you know, lo and behold, like I say, 15 years later, she found me on Facebook, or we found each other. She say I found her, but she really stalked me. But she found me on Facebook 15 years later. And then lo and behold, here we are right now, 10 years after that. So, like the thing about it, it's not uncommon, you know. So I want to tell, first of all, Caught Off Guard, I want to say thanks for writing in, man. Thank you for writing in, brother. I appreciate you, and I can feel how much this situation is messing with your head, right? And and I get it. When something was supposed to be quote unquote no strings attached, and now it feels a little more, we'll say, complex. I'll call it complex. I won't call it difficult. I'll call it complex. But I want to tell you, first things first, man. You're not the first person thrown off by catching feelings in what's supposed to be a, no strings attached situation. It sounds like you had a connection with her, and and it went beyond just the physical attraction, right? And I mean, what the kids say, I ain't gonna hold you. That's something special. It's something special if you can, because anytime they say that when you have sexual intercourse or whatever the case, when you smash or however the euphemisms that people put along with it, whenever y'all connect, y'all share a part of y'all soul anyway, right? So now the fact that the soul connection has left a lingering effect on you, that speaks volumes. You know what I mean? That's something special, But the big question is like you said, you wondering, do you tell her? Do you tell her? Because you said in your letter right here, you said, here's the tricky part. We were clear that it was just one night of fun. You put clear in big old letters. You said we were clear that it was just one night of fun. But man, it must have been some fun, right? Hey. You know what I'm saying? If only for one night. Nah, dog, that lingered with you. It didn't lingered. You know what I mean? Now, I'm glad it's a good feeling and not something you got to see the doctor for that's lingering with you. But you know what I mean? It's, you've been infected by her presence in some way. And you want to know, do you tell her, or how do you tell her? Or because I'm gonna be straight up with one thing. You're not gonna just let this fade. You're not. You sat and wrote me a letter. You wrote me a letter. You said I got myself in a situation here a few weeks ago. You said a few weeks ago, bro. So this been lingering on your tongue for a minute. This ain't just some Pringles, a little Pringle tingle. You know what I mean? When you eat too many Pringles and it's tingling on your tongue, no, she didn't left an impression on you, dog. Ooh, what's up, B. Neal? Bobby Schmurder in the building. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like okay, maybe I'll be all right. So you're not about to let this just fade into the sunset. It's not about to let it fade like a burp in the wind. You're not gonna do it. So now you got to go about, trying to find out how you let her know that, like you said, you don't want to seem like you clingy or stalky or anything like that. But you still admire her confidence and her humor, right? So now you got to try to balance that, Libra that out, and figure out, how do I let her know that I feel this way and I enjoyed them draws? Because at first I'm hoping she enjoyed it as much as you did. So let's start there. Because I know you online. I saw you click on. I know you online. So let's start there. Let's hope that she enjoyed it as nearly as much as it's left an effect on you. So I know that's the part that's in the back of your head. So, if everybody reached the point of, where they needed to be, then, hopefully that was a sign that was enjoyed. Or maybe you even pillow talked a little afterward, because it doesn't seem like this was a get up and go type situation. Y'all might have snuggled a spoon. You might have been the big spoon on this one, Or depending on what size she was, you might have been the little spoon. Ain't no telling, But, like, the thing about it is, there was something there other than just the physical connection. So, you could ignore it and hope, I'm going to put that in air quotes too, hope that it fades. You could do that. You could ignore it and hope that it fades. But if these feelings keep nagging you, it's a good chance that you're going to regret, not seeing where it could go. That's the whole hold up. Like, everybody's so concerned about, like, man, I don't want to be, you get a phone number or something to somebody that you like, but you wait 2-3 days before you hit them up. Like, where do these unwritten rules come from on how we should accept people's, attention and liking us, or us liking someone? Like, there's so many stipulations on, oh man, you supposed to just hit it and quit it. No, maybe you wasn't supposed to hit it and quit it. I don't know a bunch of people that that have met their spouse like in a club or something, but I do know a few. Would you say start with a text? Hope you're doing well. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, my thing is you got to reach out and suggest meeting up again, or at least say like, enjoyed hanging out with you. Like, like I hope we can do it again sometime, and not just let it be known it's not just about the physical. It's not just a hook up. I enjoyed your company. Let it be known. Maybe it was something that was said throughout the evening that'll help her be reminiscent of the fact that it was more than just a hookup, that it was more than just the session, even though that's how y'all went into it. Because sometimes going into it like that allows your inhibitions to be out the window, and you can really get down and dance. If you can really get down and dance, then how does this translate to a whole nother level of like, I enjoy her being around her. Maybe she let that freak out on you and she will never let it out again. Who knows? What'd you say? It happened to me. I kicked it with someone that wasn't supposed to go anywhere, and I caught feelings, and I tarnished our friendship out of fear, and I hate I did it. Just reach out to her. All he can do is be honest. That's it. That's the thing. That's it. Perfectly said, Danica Carpenter. That was perfectly said. Oh, I point over here, even though the camera in front of me, I'm reading on the screen over here. Perfectly said. All the thing that can be done is be honest. You be honest with her about how you feeling. Like, yeah, I know he said it's supposed to be a one-time thing, but true transparency. I'm gonna put it on the table. This is how I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling about it. She'll let you know if she's feeling the same way. Trust and believe. She will let you know if she feeling you that way too. And don't go in, a lot of us go into it, like I say, am I saying ego, eliminating your greatest outcome? A lot of us go into it with our ego in front of us, and they put up a filter that doesn't allow us people to see us who we truly are, or for us to see people for what they're saying truly to us or being truly to us, because there's a filter in front of us in some way called ego that's making it look the way we want it to look. What'd you say to Kari Kofi? Hey, so all you have to do is ask her to dinner. If she says yes, then you're trending in a positive direction. If you feel something changes and and feels something too at dinner, because you crossed the physical aspect, and that's left the truth and honesty. And that's it. All it is left the truth and honesty. That's what see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Caught off guard. Everybody's saying the same thing. You got to be truthful with yourself and honest with yourself, and truthful with her and honest with her, if you really want to see where this is going. If you really, I don't remember what player said it, but don't quote me. He said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I don't remember what player coined it and said it first, but that was the truest ish I ever heard. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Meaning, if you don't ask this question, if you don't ask her something, if you don't take a shot and finding out what got you with all these butterflies in your gut, then you're gonna miss 100% of the time. But the off chance that she enjoyed it as much as you did is a high probability. To be honest, because if she let loose on you enough to where, because like you said, you enjoy her humor, you enjoy her confidence, these are things you admire. You admire them. So it wasn't just a sexual encounter. There was some exchange of, it was some physical communication. There was also some verbal communication in order for you to be able to know that she's a humorous, to be able to know that she's confident. She had to make you laugh. Like, laughing is one of the keys of everyday life. You can laugh once a day, your life expectancy extends even more. If you can truly laugh, especially if you can belly laugh, if you can get people that make you belly laugh, man, they helping you live. Thank you, Mrs. Contreras. Wayne Gretzky. That's who it was. Wayne Gretzky said you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Exactly. And they call him the greatest. So, hey, Tink bought that right there. Like again, like I said, like other people have said, What'd you say? The nigga, she responded to Dakari Kofi. She said, women ain't turning down no free meals. He needs to make sure that she's single and wasn't stepping out on someone else. That's another aspect. Like, you know, I don't know. All pillow talk don't always include everything. You know, like you may have found her, she may have misdirected you with her humor and her confidence to keep you from asking the question. So, like, why you ain't got no man, or where your man at? That's another thing. Excellent point there, Danica Carpenter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like people not gonna turn down no free meal. Make sure that she wasn't stepping out on her main, and you just a side piece catching feelings. You know, because if she was 100% sure, saying in the beginning, like you said, y'all said with a fact, you said what it said, we made it clear. That's the big word I'm looking for. Y'all made it clear that it was a one-time night of fun. You know, so y'all had fun, but she could have a main one. So that's another excellent point, Danica. Excellent. I appreciate you for that, DC. That's another way you can kind of look at this. I didn't even think about that aspect. She might have been stepping out. Or are you? Because it don't seem like you are, because you seem like you all into it. Like, you know, you ain't like, I've got a dilemma. I got to figure out if I like my girl more. You didn't say that in your letter. You single. You know, you single as a dollar bill. So make sure she is as well, or they're all at least on the same page. And the only way to find that out is to ask, be open, honest, and find out. You know, a lot of times, guys, we miss out, or I had a girl tell me I talked myself out of some kitty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just by being too not into, you know, being not transparent. I talked my way out of some kitty. You know what I mean? You know, those are my younger years. I didn't know no better. I didn't know that, you know, exchanging, you know, energy and all that kind of stuff was a big thing. I had no clue. But, you know, I found out then. You're going to learn today. You know, I found out then. You know that's a big thing. So you have to be open enough to say, hey, look, I'm low key feeling you like a little bit. Like I say, keep it low. Don't just jump out there and be like, I'm in love with you. Nah, that ain't the move either. She gonna turn around and Usain Bolt your ass. She gonna be pew out the door, yo. Out the door. You know, so you got to make sure that you go in with the proper amount of aggression, but not too forward to where she feels cornered into answering you in the way that she feels like you need to be answered. No, let's get a genuine exchange of conversation. Let's converse with one another and let's see where this goes, other than, you know, laying down talking. What's going on, A. Rich Blackman? You know what I mean? So it's like, make sure that you got it in a neutral playing field to where nobody feels like it has to go one way or the other. Like, you don't want to just, the next meetup don't need to be at either one of y'all crib. Aaron J, go EJ. That's my EJ. Popped on here. What's up, dog? Make sure that it's at a neutral playing field. Like, you know, meet somewhere, have drinks somewhere. Like, you know, it can be just y'all. It can be y'all and like somebody that y'all as y'all emotional support friend. You know what I mean? Like, you know, whatever the case may have been, y'all had to have met somewhere. You know, and most likely, you didn't say that y'all, you know, met and y'all have mutual friends, but you've told somebody about her. And if she's feeling you, she's told somebody about you. So bring the people that y'all done told. So now they can see if what they felt was what you felt too. You know, so it's a whole lot of ways that you can kind of maneuver through this. But the first step in all of it is opening up and saying, hey, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. You know, that's why you hollered at the homie. You trying to figure out how to get her to holler at you, right? So there it is. You have to holler at her. You have to say something to her in order for her to know, in order for you to find out, one, if she's feeling you that way, and two, most importantly, to let her know how you feel. Again, she may be like, nah, I'm good, bruh. You know, it was cool, but, you know, I can't let that happen again. Like DC said over here on Facebook, she said, make sure that she got something, she don't have to have somebody at home. Make sure she's single. You know, because it's a song back in the day by Naughty by Nature. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. You know, and you find that you call up in this assistant's or a girlfriend's house, it's not a front, a F to the R to the O to the N to the T. It's her boyfriend at her house. That's why she's scary. You know what I mean? So find out first that she doesn't have somebody at the crib. And the only way to do that is ask the question like, hey, what's up? Don't be afraid of the way you feel. We talked about Sky a couple weeks ago. They had a hit song that broke down a lot of different people's emotions and a lot of people's different approaches to finding out an answer, for a question that seemed taboo. A lot of us think that talking to a one-night stand after that one night is taboo. I say us because all of, we constituents out here, we talking. I don't point the finger at anybody because 3 fingers point back at me. So a lot of us have felt like talking to somebody the day after or any time after would be taboo. What's going on? Wine Sale South Bay. So like you put in your letter right here, you said, it's more than just attraction. I admire her. She's got this confidence and humor that I actually feel like enjoy being around her, not just in bed. So damn, like you already didn't gather these feelings. You didn't caught the feelings. They were all out there like little dandelion wishes. You didn't caught the feelings. So now what do you do with them? What do you do with the feelings that you've caught? Do you just do them like how we used to do lightning bugs? Just put them in a jar, poke some holes in the top, throw some grass in there, hope they don't die? Nah, they're going to die. Those feelings are inevitably going to die. But the fact that you caught them, now what are you going to do with them? Are you going to bask in their glory? You going to check them out? What'd you say to Kofi, to Danica? You said exactly what he needs to find out if she's in a relationship or has a guy that's a woman you don't need in your space. Meet for drinks or coffee. You're looking to find out your way. A Tribe Called Quest. That's it. Check the vibe, y'all. And that's it. You got to figure it out. But the first step is approach. People like, well, it's 2024. They can come choose me. It's you'll lose that way because you didn't cause these feelings. They in your pocket. It's like having money in your pocket as a kid. It's burning a hole in your pocket. These feelings burning a hole in your pocket. You don't know what to do with them. You ready to spend them things like penny candy, like $1 full of penny candy. And if y'all ain't never been to a candy house, your fault. What you say? And if she hasn't reached out to him since then, I wouldn't really reach out because women are emotionally driven. If it was just as good to her as it was to him, she would reach out. That's true too. But I've known women that'll sit on that information for a very long time and be like, I was hoping you would say something. Like, damn, why you ain't say something? Help a brother out. Let me know I did something right. And women, you're right. Women are emotionally driven. I did not change. I did not correct you on that in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I appreciate that coming from a woman. And, so it's like, what is it that we do in a crossroads like this? Like the woman sitting there wondering if we thinking about them. We sitting there wondering if they thinking about us. See, I'm going to tell you, you know what? A thought just popped in my head. It's not enough love songs being sang by groups anymore to give us what to say on the phone, to give us what to say in situations like this. Like before, you know what I mean? Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know your name. Like, or what's another one? Some old Drew Hill or, you know what I mean? Tell me what you want. It was nothing about that. Tell me what you need. Like, there was not enough groups singing songs anymore to help us navigate through this soundtrack of life. Hashtag bring back R&B groups. Hashtag bring back groups, period. Just period. Just bring them back, man. Let people bounce this off each other. There's multiple ideas and multiple ways to say what we need to say. You could have popped on a New Edition cassette right now, and by song number 3, you would have had all the answers to your questions. All of them. But no, we got to sit here and not have no music, you know? But that's the thing, though. Like, you got to look at a situation like this like a love song. Break it down. Like, introduce yourself to this situation slowly. Take it slow to get to what you need to know, right? You don't want to just jump right in, because that's what got you here in the first place. You done jumped in, got that woo-hoo, and now you out there wandering around in the wind. She can get some of that good old, damn it, I'll bite you. And now you don't know what to do with all these feelings you done caught. You be like, man, I got to stuff some over here. I got to stuff some over here. You suppressing feelings. You doing the most. You don't want to tell your friends about her too much because they calling you sprung. All these things are going on. I know. We've been there. We've done that. So now we got to figure out how to maneuver from that particular emotional, thoughtful quicksand or what have you, and to find our way to either finding each other or to find our way to finding out whether she ain't rocking with you like that. And the first step is you got to ask her, you know? And again, like I said, it's a risk involved in that. But like I said, if she's not feeling you, she'll let you know. Ask any woman you know, like, you know, if I tell her how I feel and she ain't feeling it, you think she'll sugarcoat it? Women gonna tell you, nah, she ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Now, she may not tell you that your swipe was trash. She may not hit you with the Lil' Kim. What's going on, Miss S10-02? You know, she not gonna hit you with the Lil' Kim like you was trash. She ain't gonna say none of that to you. She may if it was trash. But again, only you know what the outcome in the bedroom was. You didn't give us all that. You ain't say like, man, I had to change these sheets, man. Nah, you ain't say any of that. You ain't say none of that because you could have spilled some Kool-Aid in the bed and had to change sheets. I'm just saying, like, all you said was that, you know, it completely blew you away. You met a woman who completely blew you away. Now, I hope the feeling was mutual and you blew her socks off as well as she blew yours off. I hope the outcome was mutual to where you both enjoyed this in the same way. But the only way to find out if it was or wasn't is, unfortunately for you being a person that doesn't want to ask the question, is to ask the questions. You got to be able to ask the questions in 2024. Nobody's going to take hints. Nobody, you know, reads between the lines anymore. It's too many other things catching attention. It's too many things scrolling past to be able to read between the lines of your text. If they got that phone in front of them, you need to let them know right now what this is all about. A woman, they need details. Details. So, you know, I just want to know if we can meet up, blah, 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 da, 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 and then in person break it down to her. What's going on, bar with Tyra? That's the thing you got to look at, right? You got to be able to get her in your presence to be able to express her, because nobody wants to hear how somebody feels via text. It's so impersonal. People laugh and talk about me because I'll hit the record button and do an audio text in a heartbeat. I mean, in a heartbeat. And people call me old and talk about me and say this old. But I want you to know within that text the context of what I'm saying. I don't want you to read it and be like, what is 360 talking about? Like, I wouldn't even say, you know, it may be a word in there that says like, and you may think, what you mean he like me? No, I don't like you. I like how you did this. So if you hear me say it out loud, you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? So even with those, you don't want to put your heart on the line, be like, hey, just let you know I really enjoyed myself the other night. Don't leave no voicemail to let her know exactly how you feel. Man, listen, because if she not feeling you like that, that will be replayed a trillion times. So just see if y'all need to be in each other's presence again. If you throw that bait out there and say, let's meet up again, like, it's not all about if y'all not comfortable enough knowing where the other one lives, and, you know, I get all of that. Let's meet at the middle spot. Or even if I got to come a little bit further, you know, let's meet somewhere where you feel safe and comfortable. I just want to be able to be in your presence again. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed your company, and I want to see what it's more like, you know, vertically, other than horizontally. But again, don't miss out on what my online comrades and colleagues said either. Like Danica Carpenter said, if she hasn't reached out to you as of yet, women being the way that they are, her being a woman, she said that maybe she not feeling it the same way. But then somebody else on the other side said maybe she's waiting on you to initiate that first step so she doesn't feel awkward or feel stupid about feeling the way that she feels. Just like, women are emotionally driven, but they really good at keeping their secrets to themselves. They can keep that info to themselves just as quick as they can go out there and talk your ear off about it. So they're very polar within themselves when it comes to communication and how they can keep it to themselves. So don't think that she just out there like she ain't rocking with you because she ain't said nothing. Nah, she may just be waiting to see if she not feeling this by herself. Like, here I am again, another one night stand. I'm liking him and he ain't giving a damn about me. Y'all could make each other's day by just you stepping across there first. We say, man up. You came to me and man to man, want to know what to do, man up and go say something to her. Again, I never tell people what to do. I just give you options of what can be done. What'd you say, Danica Carpenter? Good swipe will make you spin the block even when you trying hard not to. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, she could have somebody at the crib, but she want to come back around that way and be like, what, I normally don't do this, but close the door, keep the party going. But you need to find out what the situation is. What is her thought process now after y'all done got down? I told you, the male ego is like a Fabergé egg. It's so, so fragile. Oh, you remember, if any of y'all old enough, remember the movie Risky Business, and they had this Fabergé egg. It was worth thousands of dollars that was sitting on the ledge. And then they had a party at the crib, and they thought somebody broke it and all this kind of stuff. That's the male ego, right? So if we can put a little bit of bubble wrap around that and go and ask the questions that are tough to ask, I believe it'll toughen up the exterior of that ego. It'll toughen up the delicateness of that ego by just being able to, succumb to the fact that I don't care what happens. I'm going to step out there on the limb, even if it hurts my feelings. Because, men, we say we don't have feelings, but when they get hurt, boy, I sit there and tell you, I don't feel nothing. But when my little fifis is hurt, boy, because everybody tap in with their masculine and feminine side, no matter what you are, right? So in them moments, I'm tapping into the parts of the feminine in me that has those feelings, I suppose. And sometimes the levels are higher and lower depending on what's going on in your world. So don't be afraid to crack that Fabergé egg and say, you know what? I'm being vulnerable, and I'm going to let you know how I'm feeling. I'm telling you, it'll get you a lot further. I'm just saying that's an option. That's an option. Again, I never tell you what to do. I just give you ideas of what I feel can be done based off the information you give me in regards to your situation. That's all I'm doing out here. I just don't want you sitting around wondering what could have happened. What you say, Barbara Tyra? You say sometimes women forget men have feelings too. They do. Y'all do. Y'all forget we have feelings too sometimes, but we try to act like we don't have feelings sometimes too. And I get that. It's a tricky situation, and sometimes we disregard y'all's feelings just because they don't coincide with ours. That's where a lot of it come in at. A lot of it comes in. I've learned throughout my life and watching other people navigate through these situations. It's when men are having feelings and women are having feelings, and those feelings aren't coexisting. If we're both in our feelings, that's when that's where the shaking up soda pop comes in. Because we're both trying to hold them in. And then as soon as that cap comes off, it spills everywhere, right? But let's acknowledge the feelings first. Just like this, let's acknowledge that you feel something for this woman. you're feeling it. What's up, D. Williams? Pro-in-law in the building. Like, let's acknowledge the fact that there's a burning desire somewhere in you other than your loins for this woman. You feel it in your heart. You feel it, like you say, you said that you admire her confidence and her humor. So those things have nothing to do with sex. Confidence maybe, but humor, ain't anybody trying to laugh. I mean, it's good sex. You do get to laugh with good sex sometimes. You can laugh during sex and still go back to having sex. That was some good sex. But, these aren't things that are normally associated with the one night stand. You don't usually have feelings going into a one-night stand. You don't usually going into a one-night stand looking at someone's confidence or their humor. You go into that thing looking at what's going down right now. My number one thing to say is, like, if it's truly going to be a one-night stand, we not even exchanging names. If it's truly a one-night stand, I don't even want to know your name. I don't. Why? What is the purpose? You can lie about, and if you do, it's probably a lie. You say your name, Rita. You get off the plane, and your friends gonna be like, "What's up, Shantae?" I know I've given aliases in other states and countries and shit. So I know if men do it, I know y'all do it, and I know y'all do it because I grew up with all sisters, and I listen to everything y'all do. So don't act and pretend like this ain't what happens. And that's the thing, and I see, and that's understandable, Barbara Tyra. Everybody can't do the one night stand thing. And my thing is, if I'm really going to do one, I'm 90% of the chance not going to know your name. Now, if you're supposed to be a no strings attached type thing, exactly. Let's keep with the agreement, Sapphire Gardner. Exactly. I don't even want to know. You know what I mean? I just went like, damn, remember that girl from Detroit? She was fire. Man, I'm just saying from Detroit because that's where we was at the time when I met her. And she could have been from Barbados or something. Remember Shorty with the blah, 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 the skip Debbie Boom? Don't even know her name. See, that's what I said, Dane. So was me and Mai. Me and Mai was supposed to be a one-night stand. We were supposed to be a one-weekend hookup. She wasn't living in Nashville. She went back to Lansing. You see what I'm saying? And now, like I said, we found each other years and years later. But that was because afterwards, we expressed somewhere along the line. We talked throughout the year. It wasn't 15 years later where we just hadn't seen each other in 15 years. We communicated over the years throughout that time. Because back then, it was just cell phones. It wasn't no social media. It was just, if I call you, because my number been the same since the last millennium. My number has been the exact same number since 1999. So the thing about it is we could have always connected if we wanted to. And we wanted to. So you got to find out if she wants to connect with you like this, Mr. Caught Off Guard. You got to find out whether she's feeling you like this, Mr. Caught Off Guard, because you're caught off guard by the fact that you done caught some feelings. What'd you say? Thanks to you? Exactly, Danica. So it's like, that is the reason why my number been the same since 1999. But that's the thing. You gotta be willing to say, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" Like I ain't gonna hold you. If you gotta say it in these today's terms, say, "Look, I ain't gonna hold you, baby. I'm feeling you." What's going on, little cuz? Rashawn Taylor in the building. You know what I mean? You gotta let them know. You got to let her know that, I'm liking you in a certain kind of way. And, if you feel the same way, we can see where this goes. If you're not feeling the same way, I get it. I dig it. You know what I'm saying? I can understand it, but I at least had to let you know how I feel. I at least had to let you know how I feel about it. What's going on, Lulu Tally? So that's a question you have to ask yourself before you go into this. Am I ready to receive whatever she says to me on the other side of this? You know, you got to go in there with your armor ready, with your shield ready to deflect any, pain that may be coming towards you, but you're going in vulnerable, chest open. You just got to be ready to block any pain that may be coming your way. If she trying to throw darts back at you like, nah, you old whack ass, if she want to do that, then bing, 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 have your Captain America together, But the thing about it is when you go into it chest open with vulnerability, you got to be ready to receive whatever she's giving back. If she be like, well, I'm feeling you too, be like, ooh, hit you in your chest like, ooh, I ain't expect that. Because like your name saying the thing, you caught off guard. You'd be caught off guard by that as well. But you want to know. But you want to know how she feels. And the only way to find out how she feels, any woman, is to actually ask. And then after you ask, watch how she moves. Because they don't sugarcoat it. If they feeling you, and you actually break down and ask them, and by being vulnerable, letting them know that you feeling them too, they going to lay it out there for you. So watch how she moves after that. Because you say you don't want to come off as being clingy. See if she looks at you as that now that you've been vulnerable. No, more than likely she's not. But you got to start by asking that question. You have to start by saying, like, I'm being vulnerable enough right now to say, hey, I like somebody and I'm hoping they like me, but in the event that they don't like me, I'm ready to say I'm okay with that. But you'll never know if you don't ask, because I would really despise for you to be years down the road, be like, man, 360 said I should have at least tried to shoot my shot, and I didn't. And I wonder what that meant, what could have come of me and that gal, of me and that woman. I know I sounded old. My engineer looked over here at me and said, gal. Hush, my 615 coming out. But, it's like, you got to look at the situation head on now, because, again, like you said, this was weeks ago that you met a woman who completely blew you away. What was supposed to be a one night stand. Hush, I know, Beulah. So it's like, you've let this fester for a while. So now you really have to go into it with the understanding that she may be like, well, what took you so long to say something? I'd have moved on from you now. Because, again, like I told you before, women, they may not tell you exactly how they feel in the beginning. They good at holding their feelings in. But once you become vulnerable with them and they feel comfortable being vulnerable with you, they're going to let you know it all. But she may have been holding those in for the last, you said, a few weeks. Hopefully you at least shot some texts or something, be like, high fives or whatever y'all symbol was for a good night in bed. Hopefully y'all done sent something. The bullseye target or something, like you hit it head on, like whatever y'all little inside joke is. Hopefully y'all got one or two or three. And that lets you, that's what directed you to enjoy her humor. Maybe the fact she walked around, in the glow of the light through the window with confidence, maybe that allowed you to see her confidence. Would you say, Lucy Lowe, if it's meant to be, it'll be, even if he's in Nashville and you're in Michigan? That's the truth. Ain't that the truth? If it's meant to be, it'll be. Que sera, sera. Or as Lisa and Colt Jam said, Casera. I still don't understand how she was Spanish and said Casera. But nevertheless, I digress. So look at this situation as if, you've caught lightning in a bottle, because it's not often people catch feelings after a one night stand. People may rethink about people and stuff like that, but to actually feel for somebody, to actually, be able to say you can admire something that somebody possesses characteristically, or saying that you can admire the confidence that someone has, like that's more than just your average one night stand, net collection. Like I said before, if I'm in a one night, if I were, in situations in the past, one night stand situations, I don't even 90% of the chance I don't even know your name. And it's really to protect my heart. It's to protect my feelings, because what if you got the same name as somebody else and now I'm thinking about both of y'all the same way? You know what I mean? So I don't even want to know your name. You don't know my name, baby, baby, baby. I don't even want to know your name. I just remember our activity. Stop with that face. I just remember that activity. I would not have wanted to know your name. I wouldn't. That's probably why I ain't been in a whole lot of one night stands. Because by the time I didn't talk to y'all some draws, I know your name. I know your name by then. But then these no strings attached things like something different. Again, like you said, this person, you didn't let me know whether or not it was a one night thing or was it just no strings attached, because all you said we said it was supposed to be a one night of fun, no strings attached. So maybe a friend of a friend. Maybe y'all met at a friend's gathering or something, and y'all was, what, I like your style and I'm horny. That's happened to a lot of people. You met at a party or something, that one of your friends and threw a game night or something. The next thing you know, y'all at the room or at that same crib or somewhere in the car or somewhere, and then it's going down. Meet me in the car. It's going down. Like, that's a situationship that you done developed based off somebody you done met at somebody else's function. So you got to look at it like that, right? So, and listen, like I said before, being ready for any response, don't take it personal. Just because you felt a certain way and they didn't, like, that's the most important thing. Don't take it to heart, like, damn, I threw myself out there and you just like gonna say, throw me the middle finger like that. That's messed up. That's messed up. If she not feeling the same way, just take it as a sign that, you were right to go after what you wanted, and give yourself credit for taking that step. In summation, before I get you out of here, what's your name? Caught off guard. Reach out, man. Again, make it low pressure, like everybody said. Like, make it light. Ask her out meet you for coffee. That's daytime. Meet you for, after work happy hour. That's 5 o'clock. Well, it's dark right about now, but it's still early enough to where, again, meet with somebody. Make sure the comfort level is there for everybody. Life's too short to just play it safe and be like, man, I wonder what could have happened with me and old girl. Especially when it comes to connections like this. This is different. It's different. You actually feel something for this woman. So again, like I say, shoot your shot, man. Shoot it. Thanks to Mrs. Contreras for reminding me who said that quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. So shoot your shot. You've got nothing to lose and probably a whole lot more to gain. Because I'm telling you, if you feeling these things about her, then she probably feeling some of them about you. Unless you was whack in the bed. Unless you was whack. If you slang whack penis, then more than likely she not feeling you that way. Excuse me. So until next time, y'all. Again, if you got any questions or concerns and you want to reach out to Holla at the Homie, email me at hollaatthehomie@gmail.com. That's HOLLAATTHAHOMIE@gmail.com. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. I've been 360 the Poet. I'm going to holla at y'all in a minute.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. High 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot 702.5fm.com.